I've been in business since 2020. So I decided to move forward and help other people through all the questions of how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, that'll come.
What is the biggest pain in the wholesaling business for you?
You don't automatically start asking them, so how much do you make for a living? I have looked at a lot of these companies that offer the same service as 99 offers, because once you build that confidence, then they automatically open up themselves.
$100. What will you do first?
We travel as a family.
Hello everyone, today we are starting our first podcast of 99offers.io. Today on our podcast, the special guest, Maria Lemon. Hi Maria, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine also. Could you please a little bit introduce yourself, your business, so our guests will understand you better?
Yes. Hi, everybody. So, like he says, my name is Maria Lemon. My business is ML Capital Resources. And what started me in this journey was that I myself, my family had lost our home to a short sale, and an investor purchased our property. So I did get, to talk to the investor and find out about this business. And so I decided to move forward and help other people in a distressed situation like I was. And that's what started me on this journey of buying homes. I work with business partners and purchase homes with them, and we split our profits 50-50.
Wow, amazing. How are you seek houses for a business, for example, and partnerships?
Okay, so on the houses, like other people, they get lists. I went with 99 offers because they do provide some leads that you could purchase. And they actually, I have looked at a lot of these companies that offer the same service as 99 offers. And they're actually they're very competitive and well below what I've seen. And so that gives you a warm lead. You contact that homeowner and discuss the property with them to see if you can move forward to, put that house under contract. I also have a new business partner, and he actually buys houses off the MLS. So that's
Wow.
like a new area for me. So I'm also doing that.
Amazing. So when you, for example, find some house you'd like to close, who is calling? Your partner, or you are calling to the homeowner?
So I actually have a consultant that I just started working with. So she's doing some of the calls, but I'm also doing calls. So we're kind of splitting the work and putting it in our CRM and following up.
Yeah. And how long are you in business, in wholesaling business?
I've been in business since 2020.
Wow. And how it starts?
Well, like I said, it started I started taking training I did purchase some training and from mentors, but then from there and the training I received, I also learned how to look for partners that I could work with, and not just wholesale, but actually we can do, if it's in my area, we can do fix and flips. And then we split the profits 50-50, which is a little bit higher than what a wholesaler would get on a contract.
How big network you have in your business? Partners and lead providers?
Well, for lead providers, I have the 99 offers. And then I have two other sources that with the programs that I purchased, that I'm allowed to get leads still from. And then also, if it's an off list, something that I normally don't have under those two systems, then I go to Fiverr and I find a lead provider for that specific niche.
Wow, amazing. Let's play a short scenario. If you were starting all over again on new continent and with limited budget, for example, $100. What will you do first? It's I think it's great advice from you to the beginners who is starting. So,
oh yeah, it is. So, like I said, your platform is very competitive in this market because you can either get 5 leads for free when just to try out the product, or you could pay, start to pay $25 and get more leads. And then, depending on that budget, it's close to $100. You can go a little bit closer to that. And what happens in this platform is that the lead, you'll get a notification via email that you have a new lead, and then you go ahead and log online, and then you look to see what that person put in, and then they put in their contact information, they put in their email address, so then you don't have to skip trace them, which also can cost you money, anywhere from 12 cents to 19 cents. I've even seen it as high as 50 cents per skip trace per person. So that's going to save you on that $100 budget. And, you call your leads, you go through your call script to see why they're selling. The big reason is you need to talk to them to find out their why before you just dive into all the questions of how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. That'll come, but you first need to learn and to know your sellers, because once you build that confidence, then they automatically open up themselves. That's what I've learned.
I hope it's true, because it's not advertising video for 99
It's true.
offers.
I'm telling you, it is true. If you start talking to them, and then you tell them, write down my business, this is my name. I need you to make sure you have my contact information, and then tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, well, what's the reason that you're selling? Oh, I see. Oh, so then can you tell me, like, what's your neighborhood like? And then you have them talk about their neighborhood. You have them talk about their house. You have them, but just general questions. And then when I go into what I want to know, like what the house really looks like, then I say, okay, so can you tell me a little bit about your house? I mean, let's start, say I just, got to your house, knocked on the door, and I'm walking in. What do I see? What is the first thing I see once I walk through that door? And can you take me room by room? And they do. Every single room. And then at the end, I do virtual now. So I don't even go to people's houses anymore, even in my own area. I send them I have a Word document that I made up, and I put like how to take pictures of your home. And then I guide them on how to take them with their cell phone, and then send them to me either through Google Docs or through email. So that way, when I present the information to my partners, we also have the actual pictures of the property instead of like what's posted on Zillow. Unless you said, I just had it on the market with a real estate agent, and those pictures are less than 2 months old. Then I say, has anybody done any damages or anything? Anybody moved in? And they say no. I said, okay, then you're good.
We are working with both sides, with home sellers and with cash buyers as well, because we are marketplace,
and with the business partners. Yes,
we had a few podcasts with home owners, and that's a very interesting moment. Homeowners say that wholesalers and flippers are scammers, and wholesalers and flippers says that the homeowners is the biggest pain in the ass in this business. So I want to ask you, what is the biggest pain in the wholesaling business for you? So maybe someone or we will try solve this problem. And I want to find this point of interest between cash buyers and home sellers, so the business will be become better. Okay.
Okay. So when you have warm leads that come off of your platform, the 99 offers, that homeowner is already in some type of distress and is looking for a solution. When you have what you call cold leads, where you pull from those like two systems that I have, and this homeowner, they're not in the market to do anything, but you're like, oh, I'm in the area, and we're gonna buy homes, that one. Then you have to win your homeowner over, and by learning about them first in the conversation, I think sets you a little bit apart than all the other people that are calling them, just going through the script without really even getting to know them. And I guess that's what sets it apart for me, because when I first started, I was going through that script, just line by line, line by line. And I was like, God, this is not working. I mean, and so then I changed it and I said, well, let me be more personable and let me find out about them first before I start, asking them all these questions are they on their home. Because it's like when you go to a restaurant or say you go somewhere there's a lot of people around and some people are introverts and some people are not, and you get to meet somebody, you don't automatically start asking them, oh, so how much do you make for a living? No, you get to know the person first before you get to a question like that, or is your company hiring? So you need to take that same kind of thinking or mindset when you're talking to the homeowners. Get to know them first
Is
before you go into the other. So for everybody that's on board today, the link for the video is down in the comments for the 99 offers. You can use the link and you can go ahead and get 5 free leads every month. And they're warm leads, which is really nice, especially if you're starting out. That would really help you.
wow. Is it scary to call them? Maybe first calls was really scary.
You kind of stumble, you really do, but it's like you do it 10 times. On the 11th to the 15th time, you're going to get better. And by the 20th time, you don't even need your script anymore. You're already, going through it. But like I said, change your script up to get to know your homeowners instead of just asking them all the questions right off the bat about their home and the square footage and all that other stuff.
Wow.
So
cool. And what is the biggest deal was from 2020? You started the wholesaling business.
Oh, then I went with one of the partners, because I had one partner then, and it was like 42. So because we split the profits, 50-50. Yeah. So we got it. It was not in my area, so he got a crew to go in and fix it up, and then put it back on the market at a higher price, of course, because it was fixed and nice. And then we split the profits 50-50.
Was it expectable? For example, when you call to the homeowners, as usual, you think that, hey, this is a failed deal and we can't close it, or it was expected. For example, this the biggest deal.
Well, no, that hasn't been the biggest deal. But with the homeowner, I mean, a lot of the wholesaling, of course, their house, they don't get what's called fair market value because they're not on the MLS. So what we do is we try to gauge it, and by the pictures that we get, we try to really look at the property to see exactly how much is really needed. And then we do try to give them the most that we can. So there's always a range. And now we're doing a lot of creative financing, meaning like I have one property right here in my area that, he owes like 472, but the property is only worth 440 to 450. I mean, on the wholesale side. But if I can have him agree to a creative financing, then I can give him what he's asking for. He wants 490. I can give him that as long as he gives me the time at the end to be able to sell it later.
As I understand, your company is not big. It's like two person.
Yeah, it's two of us.
Amazing.
And then, because my buyers, what I want to say about my buyers is that I do like what I call the front of the house, meaning I work the deal, do the comping, do everything. I, send them the pictures, make sure that my comps are right. We go over that part of it. And then they do what's called the back of the house. So they send it to title. They do, the contract is theirs. Every partner that I have has their own contract. And they do the other part where they're, sending it to title and then having it, flipped if it needs to be flipped, and then putting it on the MLS. And then sometimes I may have a real estate agent that I know that I can say, hey, well, I know this one real estate agent. You might want to talk to them to see if they want to put it on the market if you don't have one there. Because I do build my real estate agent network that work with investors. That's very important, even though, like, say I wanted to just do this without any partner and on my own and do the front and the back of the house, I pretty much can. But to me, it's easier to do it this way because it's more flexible for me and for my lifestyle and with my family than for me to be doing everything myself.
Yes.
So I
As,
just think it works for me.
as I understand, you don't want to have in your team advertisement team or designers, developers. So you are doing only what you really like.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and if I want to later on, I could always go to Fiverr or go to Upwork and or and pay somebody to do those things that I need. Like I had a high-end property and I needed a flyer. And I was like, okay, so then I went on Fiverr and I was like, hey, I need a flyer that says this, this, and this. This is the sample. Can you make it? And they said yes. So then they created the flyer and I used that.
And you mentioned your lifestyle, and if you not closing deals, what is your favorite hobbies? Or
We travel as a family. Yes. And there's I don't know, 21, 18, or 15 of us that travel all together. We get hotels, Airbnbs, we, go look at the area and some of my family members take their, kids sometimes. So last time we went to La Paz, which was really, really nice. And so we're already planning another trip to go to Oaxaca maybe for Dia de los Muertos next year.
wow,
And
amazing.
then we've already gone to San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato, and other areas. And then we're also looking to going to Scotland next year.
Are you working in the trips or no?
Well, between me and my daughter and one of my cousins, we actually do coordinate everything for the flights and for the Airbnbs and, to figure out which one's the better price and stuff. So between the three of us, we sit down and we just hatch it out one day. And then we tell everybody and then I go, okay, well, right now, when we were flying to Mexico, we joined this airline Volaris. And as a member, I could take up to, I think it's 7 people with me at the same price that I go. But then there's also Google Flights, and then there's also another one, Mundi. It's a new one that I'm trying out to see if their flights are better.
So I have 2 questions more. What is your dream? What is motivating you to do this, be in this lifestyle as you build? So what is motivating you?
So my motivation is to be able to leave my family a legacy, and also, I'm trying to, get them in the business to have them, to teach them what I'm doing and everything. So that way, when I'm no longer here, they can go ahead and do this also if they wish. But if not, then the consultant that I'm working with, then she can go ahead and continue to do the work. I mean, I'm about helping people. My background is in human resources. I did that for over 16 years. So finding solutions for people, finding things that work, knowing laws and regulations, kind of comes easy to me. It's a mosquito. And I just think that the passion of helping people helps me. And I mean, of course, we all want to make money and we all want to have a savings because we all want to, be able to live without bills and be able to travel and do what you want. Later on, who knows, I might automate more where I might have like a staff that, does the acquisitions and the dispositions. I mean, right now it's me and the other girl doing it because of the kind of partners that I have. But if I go in it by myself without my partners, then that would be something that I would have to consider.
How do you envision the future of wholesaling? Because agents and laws can be changed. Maybe you feel something, any trends you see on the market at the moment?
Yeah, actually, like the no texting, like cold texting leads right now is, one of the newer things. But I email also, and I also call. So, and then I also, when I talk to them, I say, is it okay if I text you later? If I have a question and they say yes, then I'm okay with that part. I see a lot of creative financing coming into play right now versus wholesaling. Because people have a lot of equity in their home right now. And sometimes they just have other things that go on where they can sit and wait for their money at a later period in their life versus getting it all at once now. So, and for wholesaling, I just, I think that, work finding agents that are wholesaler friendly is also important. So that way, when and if you do have a home that you want to put on the market, like in South Carolina, I cannot, as a wholesaler, advertise a property because I'm a wholesaler and I don't have a real estate license. However, if I have a real estate agent and I ask my seller, hey, I'm gonna, go ahead and, have this agent put it on the market at this price point. Are you okay with that? And they say yes, then I can go ahead and do it with an agent. That's why that relationship with agents is important.
No, yeah, amazing. Collaborations are really, really important. And one more question. We want to be helpful for you. Maybe you want find some partners to work or collaborate with you.
So, with that said, I do have one person that I work with, and he's one of the mentors, but he has free training for new wholesalers for free. And it's actually really good training, especially if they're just getting in. And of course, yeah, he later on sells this program, but they would, if they actually went through all his free training, they would really get a lot of good information from him. He's really
Wow,
good.
amazing. And maybe we also can put the link for this course or the contact information here.
Yeah, I would have to send you that because I have to get it from my computer and I'm on my phone.
Okay, it's not
But
a
I have
problem.
his name. If you look him up, Justin Colby, Colby, you would be able to find the link for the free training.
Amazing. So, Maria, thank you for this great podcast, for your time, and I hope it was really helpful for new 99 offers users, for your
Yeah.
partners.
The only odd thing is that when you run out of your, like say I'm at the $25 one, and then I wanted to add more, it costs a lot more. There's a really big difference in the cost.